Like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds, or when Galactus arrives, your game might crash in the Nexus War live event. So finally, the 14.50 update is officially here, knocking out Fortnite mares for all players now, as the PlayStation 4, for whatever reason, had this update delayed. And despite Epic Games with every update implementing straight away a ton of cool things, whether it's revealing what's upcoming in the item shop, skin tournaments to do with the Lachlan and Ghost Rider's skin, we have a ton of things to discuss. In terms of the final thing that's set to occur this season, perhaps the only thing yet to be updated into the game in the final 14.60 update that's already been determined, the Galactus Live Event. In today's video, we're going to be going over all the recent secret developments that nobody's talking about as of now that Epic Games have added into the coding in update 14.50, and let's just say based off what's been added, it looks like we're very close to defeating Galactus finally, before he devours our Fortnite world. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you're sticking around and watching the full thing. Don't second guess yourself, because you won't want to miss any of these details. And if you're not sticking around just for the details, then what if I told you by the end you'll actually find out a method of how to defeat Galactus right now. Before we get into everything though, I just want to remind you guys that Ghost Rider is going to be coming to the item shop in the near future, and the cup is also going on right now so you can earn him for free. Here are all the details for anybody interested, but if you want to just see all the cosmetics that will be coming along with this skin that you'll be able to earn throughout the tournament, here they are right now. If and when they rotate throughout the item shop, make sure of course you're rocking code FriendlyMachine, as I'm one of very few YouTubers on the platform that literally shows me gifting 5 subscribers every single day, and the funds earned from this directly support the channel, but you don't need to enter the code as it specifies down here. You don't get anything, but obviously it supports me as a creator directly, and I like to gift subscribers. Speaking of subscribers too, we recently hit 2 million overall on the channel, and even in the last video I posted, so many of you guys were like, where's the vase reveal? But I did show it on screen, and here it is again for those that didn't see. And considering we reached 2 million so quick before the end of the year, why stop there? Let's get 2.1 before 2021. Also, here's the red card, so that, yeah, it means you need to subscribe. If not, then this 6-foot banana will crawl through your house acting like a dinosaur. But anyways, finally, our V-Buck wallet is kind of full, or full enough to give 5 subscribers what I want to today, and that being the toasty emote. Obviously, it's 200 V-Bucks, but I actually got gifted this by a subscriber, hence why I already have it, but I didn't have the footage to showcase on screen in the video. But if you want to end up like any of the subscribers I'm gifting today in a future video, or even the next one, make sure you're simply subscribing to the channel with all notifications turned on, and then comment your Epic Games ID down below, so perhaps even in the next video you could see your name here, and fingers crossed these all send if everybody doesn't have the someone has it. I shouldn't have been surprised, it's a 200 V-Bucks emote. But there we go, hopefully you can see me doing that for you in the next video, sending the gift. And with that said now, considering Galactus wants the world in the palm of his hands to devour, let's hop into a game and discuss all of those details. Okay, so a lot's happened since the last take, even though it's literally been a second for you guys, but basically the first thing I wanted to mention is Galactus, despite the 14.50 update going live, isn't any closer, but we have a ton of information regarding him. As you guys may have already just seen there too, we have the normal battle bus back now, the Iron Man one, or whatever you want to call it anyways, and even though this has just returned, it's going to be leaving soon, or should I say be upgraded yet again, as data miners managed to find the second stage for the upgraded battle bus is soon due, and I'm guessing this is going to be in the preparation of us fighting against Galactus. Like, why else would they need to upgrade the battle bus? It just doesn't make any sense. We literally land off it on the Fortnite island. Unless, of course, it needed to withstand some form of epic ending battle. And hopefully in that battle, instead of us, eliminating each other in this big simulation, which we're going to dive further down the rabbit hole discussing, we team up and defeat Galactus together, because I doubt we can do it, fighting each other at the same time, especially with people like Kit. You're our least favorite. It's not Christmas yet, dude. Come on. And we even have Fish Stick, our #1 rival. God, he nearly eliminated us. This is gorgeous stuck in this house, look. Even though it spawned all the way over there. And to be honest, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing even more of these now in the lead up to the Galactus Live event, as they're his scourers of the island anyways. And speaking of them scouring the island and, looking for weak points or whatever Galactus wants to devour on this world, be in the heart of it, that we're going to be mentioning in just a second, another development we do have to do with Galactus, however, despite him not getting any closer to us on the Fortnite island from him being in the sky or a distant object anyways, and also despite the helicarrier not moving any closer to the island, which we expected to be the case, but I'm guessing this will be happening in 14.60 alongside every other file added for the live event, such as the LTM name and everything to do with that. You can't get peely, fool! Oh my god, he's gonna eliminate me. Maybe not. He landed on top of an umbrella. What are you doing, man? God. Oh my god, they're all coming for me. Epic win. So yeah, where was I? Ah yeah, the Battle Pass menu. Well, this has changed. Instead of him flying over the island or to it, showing the hologram anyways, there seems to be now a targeted area that's particularly being threatened on our island, just on the outskirts of the Stark Industries kind of crust that's being pulled into the Fortnite world. And despite this not maybe telling us much about the Fortnite island in itself, based off a lot of things that have happened recently, it actually kind of implies a lot. And I've gone down a rabbit hole on Twitter today to do with the Fortnite storyline and how the visitor even ties into our Chapter 2 storyline itself, being, you know, this guy who literally had the tapes about containing the 0 point in Season X, even though he launched the rocket in Season 4. And this all ties in, believe it or not, to the 0 point and where it could be positioned on this island underneath the crust. And it's looking like it could perhaps be there. Or to be more specific, where exactly the Battle Pass menu has the imminent threat sign over, and this being what Galactus ultimately wants to devour. And don't take my word for it, instead of mentioning in the Marvel podcast like I do in most Galactus-based videos that Donald Mustard talks about how Galactus is attracted to the 0 point and has been traveling toward this island to actually devour it and the 0 point since Chapter 2 Season 1, let's take a listen to what he has to say right now. So I'll be right back. Make sure you're sticking around. Do not click off. This is one of the most important parts.
And stuff, and I'm like, okay, what would, in the Marvel universe, like, what would be the thing that would kind of trigger this moment? I'm like, of course it's Galactus. Like, Galactus is the eater of worlds. And we had this moment in Fortnite that happened actually about a year ago, where this stuff was happening on the island, and all this stuff happened with this thing in Fortnite called the 0 point, where the 0 point kind of reorganized all the matter around the island and kind of created this new island. And then that's the point where all of us, like on the Marvel side and on the Fortnite side, that's the moment that attracted Galactus. Galactus kind of felt this reorganizing of reality and was like, there's this energy source at kind of the center of everything. And if I can consume that, I can consume not just the Marvel reality, I can consume everything. And so he just started moving towards that. And so we knew in the background, like, Galactus is feeling this and is on his way. So we knew that a year ago. So even though we hadn't revealed that to players, like, that was in our mind, that was the inciting event that attracted his attention. And so we've been plotting this for a long, long time and trying to lay little seeds in. And so, when with Donnie's kind of comic of bringing Thor into it, so we're like, okay, we want it to be Galactus, so the current Herald is Thor, and so how do we just like weave that all in an authentic way?
Okay, so whilst you guys had a listen, me and Peely went fishing, and we managed to catch a legendary fish. First time I've got one of them. And you know what? We'll use these as our Wolverine detecting goggles, if he's still alive. This is so overpowered. You can literally just see everybody. No wonder I've only caught one. Oh, yeah, Wolverine is there. Wolverine is here. Can I touch this? Alright, yeah, maybe he can touch me. Oh, wow. Thanks a lot, Wolverine. It's not Fortnite Mez now, so I'm gone. And you know what? You're kind of looking quite funky. I don't mean to be rude. I mean, you haven't got any closer, but your files have been updated, and yeah, your face kind of looking like the giant marshmallow off Ghostbusters. And although he hasn't approached the map any further, the distant object has been updated in the game's coding as Fortori managed to find. And you know what? Let's go pleasant this game, because why not? We always go salty or lazy. And yeah, despite us waiting on the 14.60 update, the last update of this season before 15.00 that's even being tested now being Chapter 2 Season 5, we do have a lot ready to do with the Galactus Live Event, as Fortori also tweeted out that this is ready. This particular playlist, Athena being codename for Battle Royale, and then Playlist and Junior, and apparently Junior is codename for, well, this live event in itself. Oh god, Dr. Doom is about to throw a 0 point thing looking thing at us. Oh my god, I'm gonna get eliminated. And yeah, speaking of the 0 point and what's going to be happening during this event, or the reason for it, why these Marvel characters are here, and Galactus wants to devour this island, and based off what Donald Mustard said, it's kind of only pointing in one direction. direction now for Galactus wanting to swallow the heart of the Fortnite island being the 0 point, considering he can detect its mass amount of power. I mean, Donald Mustard literally said he's attracted to the 0 point, and we've known he's been coming to the Fortnite island of Chapter 2 ever since the event went down with it, causing it to completely just explode in the end event. Meaning since Chapter 2 Season 1 he's been arriving, I guess. Although it wasn't made apparent to us as players. Oh, gold XP coin. Kit, I thought we got rid of you last game. Wait, and another Christmas tree alongside Kit? That can't be coincidence. We literally went in a different lobby. Just like the Battle Pass tab saying, you know, that the 0 point is somewhere underneath this section of the map. And that Galactus is coming to, you know, devour this particular thing right here, harness the power, and then become Emperor of the Universe, I guess. And interestingly, as Donald Mustard stated, that this isn't a new island, rather so a reorganized version of our first one, with all the matter from that completely just sucked into the black hole and then spat back out in a different kind of order. If that were to be the case, then I'm just saying the 0 point would have to be here somewhere with the matter used from that and just re-added onto this brand new revamped island, I guess. And Gavin King over on Twitter actually managed to make this really cool Photoshop concept of what could be the outcome of this Galactus Live Event battle that we perhaps take part in together to defeat Galactus, or just witness it like the final showdown even. And as you can see, this is like a mixture of the Chapter 2 and Chapter 1 island, so this would be kind of a really cool outcome of the, you know, Galactus Live Event occurring. And with this progress in our propelling our storyline into this Marvel collaboration even further, Fortnite, however, haven't forgotten about their roots with their traditional storyline protagonists. What I mean by this is, yes, we still have yet to see the Visitor and all the other developments that we got hinted toward happening in the background, with this being a simulation from the Device Live event where we went out of the simulation in Agent John Jones's office for quite a few seconds. And yeah, speaking of this event, obviously Agent John Jones being a big character in the storyline now, who's working for an agency, I guess, that obviously created the simulations, being the Fortnite island, or kind of Battle Royale place that we play on. And with us not knowing who this character is yet, him being a skin in the files ever since Season 2 or when the Device Live event happened, but we haven't seen him, I took to Twitter today to create my own crazy theory. And this theory consisted of, considering we don't know too much about the 7 or the Visitor, who is one of the 7 anyways, despite Paradigm and the Scientist being the other 2 that we know of out of, you know, the missing 4 making up the 7 fully. And considering we don't know anything about Agent John Jones really, or what role he plays, or who he is, or where we went to during the Device Live event, I came out with this, like, hey, what if straight up there's a plot twist and Agent John Jones underneath the Visitor's mask is the Visitor? And then everybody started replying, kind of making sense of the theory, because if you actually remove the Visitor's helmet in like 3D model software such as Blender that I actually get my thumbnail designers to make my thumbnails in, I'm sick of being in the storm. But anyways, no other than Jonesy himself, as a placeholder perhaps maybe people thought, is underneath this mask. But was it a placeholder, or wait, Peely, you traitor? Or was it intentional to make us think it was a placeholder and throw us off from, you know, the real lore itself, that the Visitor is Agent John Jones, considering we haven't always known Agent John Jones was a thing until Chapter 2 Season 2? I'm sorry to do this to you, Peely. I don't want to betray a fellow banana, but everybody must go. I mean, after all, where did we go to when Agent John Jones was speaking in this office, and how did he know about the 0 point and the simulation and stuff like that? And on top of that, considering the Visitor launched the rocket and had an intention, however, despite it stating in his bio that its intentions are unknown, in Chapter 1 Season 4, and considering now we're in Chapter 2 Season 4, does this mean 10 seasons later he's going to open the visor, reveal himself during the live event alongside fighting with our... my aim is terrible today. Alongside our Marvel characters, and then the lore is fully understoodly connected, if understoodly is a word, once and for all. I don't know, it makes sense to me considering, you know, the end event files, or the lobby event files should I say, that only were used in the end event with the 0 point sucking everything in, were re-added in Chapter 2 Season 4. So if Galactus ain't coming to this island to find the 0 point where it's located in this particular, you know, reorganized matter version of our old Fortnite world, then I don't know what's happening at all. And to be honest, I thought my repulsors would have gone quicker. Not to worry though, because we're going to go into creative now and show you guys, well, how you can actually defeat Galactus early. Yeah, I didn't forget. And I'm just saying, you guys might want to try this out for yourself too. Here's the island code, considering, well, the live event timer files have been added into the game's coding, and that tells us furthermore that we're even more closer. Whether it's happening before 14.60 or not, I guess we're yet to know. But yeah, speaking of simulations in itself, in 80 plus seconds, we're going to be going into a reimagined or inspired inspired Galactus Boss Battle Live Event of what it potentially could be like in some senses when we're taking part in it for only one time. But yeah, speaking of the event itself, or when we go into it, whether or not there is a determined outcome, which is most likely anyways, considering they did add this back into the files, meaning, you know, the lobby event. So if we don't get into a game, something at least happens even shorter in this menu. Could this perhaps be shown on our Battle Pass tab instead of the lobby screen, considering, you know, this whole table is here, monitoring the Fortnite island and our superheroes are? Just a theory of mine, but here we go. We're about to fight Galactus in concept form. I recommend if you're playing this, you're doing it with a teammate, because honestly, it's kind of hard to complete. Just shoot him in the chest and the arm. That seems to be where the damage is dealt. And also something to mention about this live event too, I'm guessing we're going to be getting some free rewards surrounding this that we can earn during the event, like not during it happening, but over the course of it happening, as they'll set a theme for it like they did with Storm the Agency for when the device live event went down at the agency itself, and these limited time challenges lasted for like a week until this happening and after. But yeah, let's destroy his head. Not today, Galactus. You can shine your eyes all you want. What? How did I eliminate myself? Where's Galactus? Okay, so apparently he's just invisible now. Okay, you know what, boys? He ain't appearing, so we're just gonna have to take the L.